Welcome to Jessica R. Part 2. If you hear anything that moves you, you want to comment, like, or share, please do so. We'd love to hear from you.
Obviously you are thriving. You are experiencing living in your healthy life after abuse. So because we're here on the couch, share with everyone why you're here on the
Well, yeah, I mean, I was molested. I was actually raped and had several different abusers over maybe a 13-year period.
Yes, understood. Same. I mean, I can totally relate. So did this happen to you when you were a teenager, or were you much younger?
Well, the first incident happened when I was about 4 or 5.
Of course.
And I'm here because conversation, I know, is what's going to heal people. I know it's what's going to heal our minds. I know it's what's going to move us past things that have happened. And so having a conversation that I don't normally have on a regular basis, because my more recent transformation came from being miserable in the life that I had worked so hard to get. So it was that transition of overcoming the expectations that I had as to what that would bring inside that it didn't. And so that's more of been my life is so jam good because you can get decided to be and then it will be. But before that, the transition was just overcoming my self-worth and understanding that my body had its ownership within me and not with somebody else. As a grown-up, honestly, I say that loosely, because they say I'm grown based on my date of birth. But if I'm being honest, I'm maybe 17 or 18. I just kind of started maturing in my own sensuality and sexuality. I'm still kind of pre-teening, understanding how I am and who I am and what I should feel and how I should feel, even though I've been married for almost 7 years. So
you said, let me ask you this. So what we've learned in the process of healing, and when we talk to survivors, sometimes we, those of us who have been victimized, because I was a victim of childhood rape at 5 as well, we're stuck in that era. There's something that we don't let go of or can't move past because of the trauma that happened at that time. I had a survivor who said, "Okay, well, I'm really got a thing for teddy bears because when I was 5, this is what I have, and I just can't let that go because that is like my safety blanket," or sparkly socks, or things like that, or whatever the case may be. So you mentioned about your sexuality in your teenage years. So I wasn't sure if that if something happened during that time, but you did say it happened over a 13-year span. So sometimes we are in that space. So when you said you were, they say I'm an adult because of my age, I'm still at the 16, 17-year-old place, and that definitely could be a result of your trauma.
Well, I mean, there's this book called The Body Keeps the Score, which is one of I still am not through it. I can't even lie. I got through half of it and I've had to take a break because it's so deep, it's so heavy. The statistics on how many people are actually experiencing the kind of stuff that I've been through and the situations in life that our bodies are keeping the score of really got me understanding that my survival mechanisms were to freeze and to do whatever it took to not be hurt. And for me and who I was, hurt was unseen, unloved, untouched, or unwanted. And because it happened so young, untouched would mean that I would let you touch places that I now, as a grown-up, know those are private places.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But because of the way that my mind was formulated, and even in some of my my preteen years, there being different circumstances around sexuality that I wasn't really comfortable with. Like a cousin would have one of his friends show me his private place and ask me to do stuff with it, and that be a part of okay, I like to be the center of attention. I like to be in a show, or now I like having an audience. There are a lot of things that about myself that I'm still at this stage of really trying to understand what parts of me did I discover or uncover because I was following some feeling that felt good because of just something that I had inside, or the stimulation that was started way too early for me to understand, and those feelings that were never really understood or comprehended had me feeling okay, well, to be liked or to be this or so I'm still breaking down the personality I created, the situations that I created for myself based on this person that I was trying to be liked as, trying to be loved as, trying to be seen as, because honestly, I never developed a self-love or self-understanding of myself. And a lot of people who go through these situations when they don't have anybody to talk to, they feel like they're alone. And then the self-talk that happens when you're on your own and you don't really have anybody to talk to, it either can spiral up or spiral down. And I'm so grateful that my spiral down was still so far up. It wasn't really that far down.
I get that. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like, because I don't think I went in the most positive way with it, but I didn't throw my life away. You know, I didn't stop living all the time. Like, I tried committing suicide a couple times. Did not work.
Yay.
Right. I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm here now.
Yes.
But that was a part of my not finding value within myself and not really having a place within my own home where I felt safe. And it's not to say that my parents didn't provide like a safe place. Like, I had food all the time. I had clothes all the time. I never had to worry about lights being cut off. I was in a church. So there was a lot more adults than just my parents around. And like, I was in situations that could be either very safe or very dangerous. And it was really dependent upon.
Nope, that's not it. There's more to come from Jessica R. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share to see part 3.